Chicago one na nanom ahemfo ne ahemafo befa won ho wa mamre kwan so kente dancing crime fugu ene de keka ho na ne wanam kete wanam adoa bobobo ene de keka ho na wo hwe afa Ghana nnuane ahodo ene nnuane ahodo pi ene ye be badem wo park ne so ne wi aye de diamia ne agye
2019 Ghanafest Ghanafest mokenko MCs for Ghanafest 2019 Nana Yaumafo Nana Akosha Techiawa Premi Anna Jennifer Nati 2019 Ghanafest here ebe ye butu Breezy Kuga
Gazi. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Asumabo, Asumatisa watunga fremia, Asuminie, Asirunge tiabanu, Asuminie, Madame Rebecca Banu, Asuminie, Dr. John Rollins Banu, Asuminie, Uncle Bufo Banu, Asuminie, Kennedy J. Bombano, Nami, over me, I don't marry your daughter, I'm on the mommy Johnson, Miss O, now Miss Umio, I let don't spear.
Chicago, Magana Mame wa kwantu omu nyina kwabo. Make sure the diaspora to the year of the return. Wey aye Ghanafest wa mojumedia wo dina fibiano. The atoswa biasamba to make sure the 31st annual Ghanafest.
Me fiana 26 July na jumedia ni nyina asase o. Aye the pre-Ghanafest Community Business Social. E baswo GN Bank. E shasi 5:30 to 8 p.m.
Ebe one network ho with businessmen na one more kwadari ye pa. Na fei wetumi nso ahunu kwan ya faso a obeye business embassy wo GN Bank na no achi no mammengi arenga na mu wi amakama no na no ne anweyo de aka kire bia ye serious Abranti amachi the live concert ebeye serious where pre-Ghanafest concert. Guess what? One Ghana ni wiasefo nyina favorite artist DJ Lewin Kojon Cancer. One more di jumedie ne bese so a enya asem keto akra from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. Our West Jackson Boulevard. Kojo tickets our matchedede.eventbrite.com. Na Saturday 27th July no. And on Ghanafest Ghanafest. E koso Washington Park from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Kojo tickets to GhanaFestReturn.eventbrite.com. Na nuachi no ya de ne shem was the promotory where the official Ghanafest after party by GNC and Great from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Joe ticket wa Ghanafest after party 2K19.eventbrite.com. Na climax ni nyina eya kwasiada no 28th July our Washington Park Obiemo from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. for GhanaFestReturn.eventbrite.com. Na wo hwe Ghanafest jumedie nyina ye ne anyum to fuakuku dambite say Samini, Brako, Joe, Winner, Ernest, Bennis and Susie, Ryzen, and Afega Machi Banden Sututia.
Penny be show, our Ghanafest Chicago one na nanom ahemfo ne ahemafo befa won ho wa mamre kwan so kente dancing crime fugu ene de keka ho na ne wanam kete wanam adoa bobobo ene de keka ho na wo hwe afa Ghana nnuane ahodo pi ene ye be badem wo park ne so ne wi aye de diamia ne agye
2019 Ghanafest Ghanafest mokenko MCs for Ghanafest 2019 Nana Yaumafo Nana Akosha Techiawa Premi Anna Jennifer Nati 2019 Ghanafest here ebe ye butu Breezy Kuga
afternoon, people. Welcome to Trend Africa TV. This is EMPRESSMAWUSI here at the Marriott Resident Inn Hotel. I am here. We're going to be talking to some special guests about the upcoming Ghanafest that is going to be coming on this weekend. Viewers, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome again, viewers. I am here with some special guests. Without much ado, I'm going to be introducing the guests to you right now. First of all, I'd like to apologize for being late. We had to take care of some technical issues. We had to ask permission to be here. However, everything is sorted out now, and we are here live on Facebook. We're going to be talking about Ghanafest 2019. In my opinion, this is the biggest Ghanafest ever it's going to be. And I am going to go ahead and introduce our guest for this afternoon. Okay, first of all, can you pun on our special guest, please? Black Jesus. We have a special, really good-looking young man, Mr. Ben Brako. Oh, you are now a Nana. You are now Nana Ben Brako, right?
Yeah.
And his beautiful wife, Miss Tilly Brako, and on my left I have Mr. Pakwesi Sam, the president of the GNC. Ladies and gentlemen, before I go on with the interview, I would like to let you know that if you haven't gotten your tickets for the Ghanafest, you better start booking your hotels and getting your tickets, because this Ghanafest is going to be the best ever. EMPRESSMAWUSI is going to be there, Trend Africa TV, Black Jesus. We are all going to be there. Come and let's enjoy ourselves. Life is short. Life is limited. Let us enjoy our lives now. Okay, Mr. Ben Brako, over to you. Sir, welcome and thanks for honoring this interview with Trend Africa TV.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
So, Mr. Ben Brako, for the young ones that don't know you, could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Ben Brako, like you said correctly. And of course, I'm a high life musician. They consider me one of the old or mature
Pioneer. You are the pioneer. Godfather, legendary.
Yeah. So, I've been in the industry for over 30 years, and I'm still trending. Thanks to God. So, that explains why I'm here. If I wasn't, they wouldn't even think of me.
Inviting you to Ghanafest, right?
So I'm glad to be here. It shows that I'm still hot.
Hot cake.
Yes, hot cake. And so that's it, you know. I can't talk too much about myself unless I'm asked.
Could you please introduce your wife too to us?
Yes, this is Dr. Tilly Brako. She's a pediatrician. Works out of Lima in Ohio. She has her own practice. And she's my better half.
So I guess you reside in Ohio now. You don't reside in Ghana anymore?
I reside in Ohio, but I spend a lot of time in Ghana.
In Ghana too.
I have to make sure I spend enough time with my wife, because she's so beautiful I'm scared to leave her too long.
Mr. Pakwesi Sam.
Yes, my dear.
You know, in my opinion, your regime as the GNC president I mean, you are so outstanding. You have brought a lot of, I don't know the past presidents of the GNC. However, when I hear people gossip about you, they talk about how you brought a lot of change to the GNC. Is it because of your personality, or is it the team that you've been able to put together that is giving you this special spotlight?
Well, thank you for bringing me here, first of all, and that's a good question. But I've always said this. Back home, right, when they make soup, and we can always attest to that, if you just use one amani to make the soup, sometimes it's not all that. But sometimes when the soup is, multiple different types, it makes the soup, rich and good. So with my administration, what I have done is two things. First and foremost, as president of the Ghana National Council, I've always involved the past presidents. When they were presidents, there were some things they wanted to do. There were some things they thought it was good.
Right.
They never had the opportunity to do it.
Right.
So as president, they have more experience. So I always go back to them to get certain, perspective on how to do certain things. Secondly, we have different generations of Ghanaians, right? We have the first generation, we have the second generation. So my administration is actually the youngest administration in the history of Ghana National Council. So what I do is I get some of these young ideas, some of these kids that were born here. They are able to,
that are Ghanaians.
Ghanaians.
Right.
They are able to, think faster than normal. Technology-wise, they are way better than us. Ghana National Council, as you know, is a voluntary work. So you need people with energy. So I personally don't think I have done anything special, but I think the only good thing is that I go back to the elders to get some of the ideas, and then I use the young people. So it's pretty much a blend of the old ideas and then the energy from the young people. So if you are seeing any difference, pretty much it is because we have put everybody together, yes.
So what makes this Ghanafest different from the other Ghanafest? Why would anyone want to buy a ticket and travel all the way to Chicago just to celebrate?
Oh, this Ghanafest.
Can you elaborate?
It's gonna be awesome, and I can feel it. The first time in, my 15 years of being part of Ghanafest, that I feel that this Ghanafest is gonna be pretty much the best. And the reason why I say this is that even with the planning and with the setup, we had a lot of energy. Everybody was chipping in. Like I said, gone are the times where one person is carrying all the weight to organize the event. Everybody is helping. We have a security team, we have business team, we have, special events team. Everybody is put. So when we have like meetings, everybody has his department that they are operating from. And I think we've done a little more publicity this year than normal.
I see that.
As Africans, we don't believe in publicity. Spending money to do publicity has never been a thing, but gradually we are getting there. But let's not forget, this year, we have no other person than Mr. Brako himself, being part of the celebration. We have Samini, who's another legend, being part of the celebration. Those two people alone can bring, Ghanaians from all over the world. So basically, it's our hard work, it's the people that we have put together that is making this Ghanafest one of.
Gonna be special.
Yes, and don't forget we are doing it 2 days.
Oh,
so it's a lot of energy. People want to travel to come to Chicago to celebrate Ghanafest, but not just for 1 day. It costs a lot to come to Chicago. So if there are activities from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, then it's worth, traveling to Chicago. And let's not forget Amachi Dede himself, who was just here last year.
Oh my goodness.
Felt the energy in Chicago, and he said, I'm coming right back. So Amachi Dede is starting off the Ghanafest. We're going to do a big concert Friday night, then we'll do the Saturday Ghanafest, then we'll do the Sunday Ghanafest. So I am personally optimistic that it's going to be a successful festival, yes.
Nana Brako.
Yes, my dear.
I would like to ask you, you heard the president talking about how the young ones are going to be all over the place. Can you still groove? Can you still dance? Can you still charge up a crowd? You think you got it?
I got it and more.
And more?
And more. And I've got somebody who can attest to that right here.
Oh, she's going to be on the stage dancing too?
No.
She's one of your dancers?
No, but
I'm his cheerleader. Number one cheerleader.
So you're just going to be in the background?
No, but she can attest to the energies.
That you have?
Because she's seen me perform so many times, both at home and abroad. So,
Beautiful. So I guess this is going to be fun packed, right?
It's going to be fun packed. And I think one of the things too that maybe needs to be mentioned here is that this is the year of return.
For Ben Brako.
No. For the diaspora.
For
to go
diaspora,
back
okay.
home
Okay.
to Ghana. And I think this is a great opportunity for interested parties to come and see some of the culture and heritage that they need to re-inherit. They need to sankofa, that kind of thing. So, it's not just for Ghanaians, it's for the whole black population of the world.
That is true.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, Dr. Tilly, I guess you're not going to be dancing on the stage with him.
I hope
no?
not.
You are not?
Not on the stage.
Not on the stage,
I'm
right?
just private dancer.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a good
That
one.
is beautiful. So, are you having an after party for the Ghanafest? Are we having a pre-party after party? And when is Mr. Ben Brako going to be performing?
So the Ghanafest itself, like I said, kicks off Friday during the day. Friday during the day at around 5 p.m., 6 p.m.
Okay.
The community itself will be meeting with the business.
For the town hall.
For the town hall,
Okay,
it's more or less like a community business social.
Right.
Because it's Ghanafest, we're putting everything together. So the community, the leaders, and everybody will meet. We'll look at the problems, the community is facing in terms of funerals, insurance, immigration, and all that. We're going to be having a social where we talk about things affecting the community. So that is during the early evening, which is between 5 and 7. And then right from there is when we go to the Amachi Dede concert.
Okay.
So after Amachi Dede concert, we go to the park on Saturday.
So are you advising that before we come for the town hall meeting, we should get dressed for Agmachi Dede?
I mean,
We shouldn't go home, otherwise.
Yeah, well, it depends. Some people will not want to use the same dressing that they want to dress to Amachi Dede's concert, because I'm sure it's going to be all dark. I'm sure it's going to be all dark and all that, And then the high heels and all that stuff. You can't wear it for many,
I've
many
packed up a
hours.
suitcase. I've packed up a suitcase.
That is good.
Where I'll be changing in everywhere I'm going.
And then I'll come to that. But let me just give you the program real quick.
Sure.
So after town hall meeting, we go to Amachi Dede's concert.
Okay.
So Amachi Dede's concert, the following day is the first part of Ghanafest,
right.
where we do the ceremonial, the traditional, all the affiliates, all the chiefs from Ghana, everybody. That's when we do the official cultural program. Don't forget, Ghanafest is the biggest cultural exposition in the whole world besides Ghana, outside of Ghana. When you travel outside of Ghana, Chicago is the only place that you can see a group of Ghanaians actually celebrating a festival in traditional clothes and all that. You can't see that anywhere else in the world besides Chicago.
Chicago, right.
And so Saturday is massive. And so on Saturday, right after we do all the traditional stuff, then we're going to have our musicians, performers, young, old, they're going to be performing. We may not have a lot of time on Saturday. So by 10 p.m., we're going to have to close. It's the park. So city rules, Saturday, you have to close by 10 p.m.
Right.
But after 10 p.m., now we're doing the after party. The after party that the young people do, usually they do their after party, the Ghana National Council do their after party.
Oh.
This year, the Ghana National Council, all the 5 promoters in Chicago, they all came together to have just one after party so that everybody will be there. So the after party, they call it the Grade Plus, the Ghana National Council. They are the one organizing the after party. So it's going to be just one after party. That place, I think it takes about 600 people. So if you don't show up early and you go there when it's full, it's full. We are in America. When it's 600, it's 600. So anybody who is interested in going to the after party, they need to be there early. And then we turn around on Sunday, and Sunday we're going to be having, we go back to the park. We go back to the park on Sunday. So we'll do a lot of recreational activities. We're going to have a table tennis tournament. We're going to have a Wari, Ludo, and other activities all the way till 1 o'clock.
Oh.
At 1 o'clock, then we have a gospel explosion where all the gospel artists, some from Ghana, some from here, some from other churches, they're going to be singing and praising God. It's more or less like our Thanksgiving service. There will be a few churches that will be part of that service. And then right after that should be done by 3 o'clock. So at 3 o'clock, we have a number of artists performing on that day. It's going to be performance.
That's on Sunday?
On Sunday. Performance after performance after performance, all the way till 10 p.m. Mr. Brako himself is going to,
is it going to be on, are you performing Saturday and Sunday?
He'll be performing Saturday. and then depending on how we boost him up and how we cheer him up, he's going to get us a little bonus. We are hoping even on Sunday, Nana Amachidede himself and Little Win will join us on Sunday. But Samini, who is also arriving tomorrow, will also be the headline on Sunday. So basically, like we said, this is going to be the best lineup Ghana National Council have ever had when it comes to Ghanafest. It's an action-packed weekend. If you haven't rested, this is the time to rest. Get some rest today and tomorrow, because Friday when we start, we ain't stopping. Yep. So.
All right, people. Yet again, I would like to remind you that we are here on Trend Africa TV at the Marriott Resident Inn Hotel, downtown Chicago. We will take a little commercial break, and we'll be right back. Don't touch that dial.
Gazi. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Asumabo, asumatisa watunga fremia, asuminie, asirunge tiabanu, asuminie, Madam Rebecca banu, asuminie, Dr. John Rollins banu, asuminie, Uncle Gufo banu, asuminie, Kennedy J. Bombano, I can marry your daughter. Come on, you mommy chance to me so. Now me so me yo. Allez, don't s'inspire.
Hey, Brako, let it go.
viewers, welcome back to Trend Africa TV. We are here with a crew going to be, we are here with Mr. Ben Brako and the president of Ghana National Council. We are going to continue with this interview. Please don't touch that dial. Mr. Ben Brako, I hear you are now a chief.
Yes.
Of where?
Asengomwa Mampong.
Mampong. Is that a Fanti?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I guess you are Fanti.
I'm Fanti, yes. My mother's side is Fanti. My father's side is Akim. Yeah.
So what are you when you performing at Ghanafest? Are you going to be singing some of your old songs, or you have a new album out? I hear you have a new album out.
We'll have a new single out.
It's a single.
Which I will play.
Okay.
Because, you know, people are demanding that I do that. And, of course, I'm happy to do that because I'm still promoting it. But, you know, I cannot go away without playing the people's favorites, you know. So I'm going to do the old tracks as well, you know.
Right. Mr. Ben, what inspires you? What, with the success of Baya, your album, that was your debut album, right? That was, you released in 1987. What inspired you to, what inspires you to write your songs? Because they sound very wise. Like, it's like you're always talking really wise. And do you also play any musical instrument? Because it's very musical. Your songs are very musical.
I think I'm very musical.
You are?
I don't really play any instrument professionally, but I can dabble on the piano and the guitar, you know. But I know this. I know sound.
You know sound.
A lot of people who are even great instrumentalists, I tell them the sound I want, and sometimes they're amazed that, you know, how do you come by that? I said, I don't want this, I want that.
You know what you want.
When they get it, they say, oh yes, you're right, you know. So I know what I want, you know. And when it comes to writing music, it's a very funny thing because a lot of times I'm amazed at the things that come to me that I write, and I listen and say, whoa, what made me write this? So I think sometimes it's...
And where do you get your inspiration?
I think it's the spirit. I think music can be very, very spiritual if you open yourself up.
Right.
And I think one of the biggest things for me is love. You know, love of mankind, of nature, you know, love of life. You know what I mean? And genuine love, not just love of material, you know. Love of material is of nothing. But when you love people, when you appreciate people, when you appreciate nature, I think that nature also appreciates you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Mr. Ben Brako, I also want to find out, so in Ghana, have you made any collaborations with the new high life artists that are coming up now? And how do you see the future of Ghana high life?
I have made quite a few collaborations. Actually, this new single, Shame and Scandal, it features Asem. A-S-E-M, Asem. You know that?
Yes.
And I've done tracks. There's a lot of tracks I've done that I haven't released yet. You know, and so there's a lot coming up in the future. But I've done work with TikTok.
Oh, you
I've
have?
done work with Chami Kwame. You know, I've done work with quite a few people. I've done work with, what's his name, D-Crime.
Okay.
You know D-Crime, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so D-Crime will be coming up soon.
Nice.
The track I did with him. It's called Pepe Epe.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I also hear you're very pro education. You are. How come your talent or usually when somebody is that talented like you are, they just leave education to the side. And you know, I was telling my sons today that you are a very good example that whatever you want to be in life, that doesn't mean you have to fall off the education track, you know. And how are you able? How were you when you were getting yourself educated? Did you put your talent to the side, or you were able to find an equilibrium with the two?
I think you have to find an equilibrium.
You have to find an equilibrium.
You have to. You see, so when ask the president how he's managed to do all this. You know,
I know.
And I think that when it comes to education, to be honest with you, life education is far superior to me than
Life
school
education, right.
Because a lot of times the school education has turned us against our own better selves.
Yes.
And we don't know our own people, we don't know our culture, we don't know our heritage, and we think everything about us is bad. And we don't even know our own religion.
We
Sorry
don't.
to say that,
Exactly.
but a lot of people get upset with that, when they think it's anti-Christian, but it's not. It's pro-heritage.
It's
You understand?
pro-heritage.
So education, for me, it's a fantastic thing, but it has to be tuned into our own community so we can solve our problems. In Ghana, you can have fantastic architects who can build the World Trade Center, everything. But we have housing problems in Ghana. We have traditional materials in Ghana, look, and they can't solve it. Why? Because the education is not geared towards solving our own problems. You understand?
Yeah.
They can head the UN, but they can't head the government in Ghana.
I think there's a term for it in Ghana. I think they call it book long.
Book long.
Yeah, even apart from book long,
Yeah.
book long is like too much focus on book.
Book,
but
right.
this is a case where these people are actually at offices doing things, but they don't know their own locality.
Yeah.
They don't know their own culture. They don't
Even the
understand.
budget of Ghana is read in English. When
The national anthem is
Look,
in English.
and look at the population that is not educated. They are reading the budget and they don't understand what they are being said.
When they ask you to recite the national pledge, you ask a typical Ghanaian. What they will say, you will be amazed. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. So basically, I think with all the stuff that you were saying, we were taught in school, and like you said, it was in English.
Right.
And English was not our first language, and so a lot of people just recite. After many years, you don't even understand.
You
what
don't
it meant,
understand what you were
because
saying.
You're just reciting.
Exactly.
So national pledge, national anthem, I can honestly say that even until today, I haven't paid attention to even listen to it and understand exactly what it is.
Amen.
And I'm not alone. There's a lot of people. So we recite. We recite.
Meaningless to us.
You know, we recite
You know what I
because it's
mean?
in English.
Say, lift high the flag of Ghana. What is that? Say, but we have a natural song. It says, Yenara
Yes,
Yasasini.
yes.
And it's so emotive when you sing
Right,
that song. It
right,
touches your
right,
heart.
right,
And we
right.
leave it and go and sing some
I
foreign
know.
song.
I know.
Even the music
know.
is foreign.
Foreign, yeah.
The music it's a foreign music. It's a foreign track
Track.
that we just put words over, and the words are in English. How possible? So we have a very funny situation.
So are you having any plans to go into politics? Maybe if you stand as president and you win, maybe you can bring change to Ghana. Or how do you plan on giving back to your country? I mean,
I have a lot of plans to give him. I'm very passionate about Ghana. And
You're
about
very-
Africa.
okay.
Yeah, I'm very, I'm serious about culture and heritage.
Culture.
Very, very serious. And I think that the current system we have in Ghana doesn't serve us. It's rubbish. Even in America, they're having problems with this party politics, where it's self-serving. So the party becomes even more important than the country and
Right.
the people that you're supposed to serve. No, in Ghana, we have a traditional system that's so powerful, so strong, and it's still alive and kicking. Yet when you talk to educated people, they say, no, as for chieftaincy, it's old-fashioned, it's this, it's
Yeah.
that. What is old-fashioned? I think the politicians are far more corrupt. In a country where, politicians are richer than businessmen, you are in trouble.
I have been banned from the church I go to. I stopped going to church because I was banned for...
Did you thank the Lord for that?
because I was questioning. I kept questioning. I was like, why is this? Why is that? And then they came back to me and they were like, if you're going to keep talking like this, you are the face of the church. Because I'm very popular, I'm out there, and they're like, you are the face of the church. If you keep questioning things like this, we're going to have to ban you. I was like, ban me? Really? Okay, guess what? I'm banning myself. I haven't been to church for over months now. And I feel so good. I hate the pretense. I hate it. I really, really hate it.
Yeah. The churches have become something. You love God, you worship God, but God is about people. If you go to church in your Mercedes and your fine foreign garb, and you pass people who are poor and have not eating and nowhere to sleep, then you might as well not have gone. better go and fix your
I
home
know, I
know. You know, you see what I mean? So
Mr. Ben Brako, do you have any intention of talking to people at the Ghanafest? Maybe like, are you going to be a mentor to some people in the, maybe the youth? I feel like maybe you should talk to them. And also, with the grown-ups, is there any way you're going to be talking to us to tell us, I really hope we can go back home. I really pray we can go back home. And I feel very bad when I speak to some people and they're like, Ghana, and then they're like, if you go to Ghana, you might die. Because the health system is very bad, our roads are bad, you know, and this are some of the things that I feel like when we gather as Ghanaians at Ghanafest, these are issues we should be addressing.
Issues we should address, you know. And you see, I didn't come into this thing early enough, but there should be a forum where there's serious discussion about serious issues, not just people just talking like they're Sunday sitting on their...
Exactly.
You know, it's what I mean.
Exactly.
People talk too much without even thinking about
exactly.
it. You know, but there should be a serious forum, a serious discussion about the direction we are. What is going on? Ghana is one of the richest countries in the world, and yet we are so poor. It's like they say, I give a story. A bearded man, his beard is on fire, sitting by the seaside, and he's asking for his cook to bring water from home.
To quench the fire.
Quench the fire. We are sitting on riches.
We are.
People who come and borrow money from here and pay 3 times the value. You see what I mean? We are lost.
Yes, we are.
The education has been a curse for us, but it was planned. Now we have to know what was planned and counter it, because we're not aware. We think that we are because we can speak English.
Exactly.
We can live like a white man.
Yes.
We can, put on the Pierre Cardins and say,
yeah, so I mean, that's one of the things we are trying to do this year. And that is why I'm talking about the Friday evening event.
Right.
So the Friday event, which is usually unpopular based on what people always want, it is very important that a lot of people show up on that Friday, because on that Friday, we're going to be talking about how to develop ourselves as community.
You're talking about the town hall meeting. Okay.
We call it the community and business social.
So, okay.
So that community and business social, some of the problems we have is we need a community house of our own, where we can brand it as a Ghana house, where people can go to have events. We can have our children have, get together. We live in a community where our children don't know the other Ghanaian children. And so we will need to all come together to talk about how to attain a Ghana house. You and me know that in this community, as we speak, almost every week there are 2-3 funerals. And then there are outdoorings, there are baby showers. And people expect you to go, and then they expect you to go and pay
and give something,
everywhere.
Right?
So the community needs to be educated. We need to come together as Ghanaians, decide on whether we'll partner with, let's say, some insurance companies, some funeral home, so that we can all have a consensus that, this is our community. We don't have to spend $50,000, $60,000 from a family's account when somebody dies.
That is right.
So we have insurance that you have a premium of maybe $20 a month. One day when something happened to you, your wife, your children, it is covered.
Right.
You have a peace of mind. Now, the last but not the least is that we need to start supporting our own Ghanaian businesses. You see, Trend TV Africa. People would prefer watching CNN or watching another channel than to watch yours.
Right.
Because what? You're a Ghanaian.
Right.
I'm talking about our own Ghanaian
We cannot support our own.
We are lacking that, spirit of looking out for each other. So these are some of the things that we're going to talk. How do we support our own? Mr. Brako is here. He's a Ghanaian. Somebody will say, there's a lot of American artists. We are in America. Why don't you bring somebody from America? But we need to support our own. That money that you use to go to the hospital, they charge you $3,000, $4,000 and you're okay because it's a white man. There's nothing wrong with that. But you have another qualified doctor who is a Ghanaian. But in your mind, because he's a Ghanaian, he's not a good doctor.
Yeah.
That is a culture that we need to change. So we need to start. We have a Ghanaian bank in Chicago. But when you go to the bank the whole day, you probably will not see one Ghanaian walk into that bank and out on a good day.
No?
Why is that? But it's a Ghanaian bank. It's probably the only Ghanaian who owns a bank in the whole America. But we are not supporting him. But every Ghanaian in Chicago almost every Ghanaian in Chicago has a bank account.
Has a bank account.
So imagine if all Ghanaians are banking there.
Yes,
You know,
patronize.
so we need to start having a conversation as to how we support our own. It is very important. You know, Chinese look out for each other. Bosnians look out for each other. Everybody, Indians look out for each other.
I know, and they have
It's only
funds,
Ghanaians. It's only Ghanaians
And
that will
even
say,
worse still
yes.
is that even in Ghana, Ghanaian banks are not being patronized.
Yes.
And the governments are even bringing down Ghanaian-owned banks
to bring foreign ones
How?
to take over. Yes.
You see what I
That's
mean?
very pathetic.
Yes.
Very pathetic.
So we, you know, one of the things he was saying, which I think is very crucial, is how to create programs for the young people here to understand that they are Ghanaian, that this is their culture, and that they are special people. They're not just runaways from another country, just seeking refuge here, that they are very special. Let them know that they are equal to any other person in the world.
Right.
It's very important.
It's good? Okay, perfect.
I really wish this interview
let me just take this opportunity to once again.
Let's go back to the next subject.
Yes, let me take this opportunity to invite all Ghanaians in Chicago to come to that Friday social.
Social, right.
We're going to have snacks there. We're going to have something to eat. But more or less, we're going to talk about things that will benefit the community.
And you said the time is?
The time is from 5:30 to 8 p.m.
5:30 to 8 p.m.
We will prefer everybody to be there.
Mr. Pakwesi Sam, you are a very, very, very busy man. You have a beautiful family, by the way.
Thank you.
Very, very busy man. I see you trying to, I see you trying to be everywhere for everyone.
Yes.
However, today you said you had to spend your whole day with the city.
Yes.
What were you trying to do?
Well, what people don't know is that Ghanafest entails a lot.
Okay.
And what we are trying to do first and foremost is to put together a format that when anybody that takes over my presidency or takes over organizing Ghanafest, there are a lot of things that needs to be done.
Right.
So the park that we do the Ghanafest on is owned by the city of Chicago. So it's a lot of paperwork that we start processing from January of 2019. We are in July. It takes about 7-8 months to get approval.
Right.
So today was the final day where we, as members of the Ghana National Council and the city of Chicago officials, meet at the park to discuss the things we should do, the things we cannot do, the legalities of everything, make sure we get insurance, make sure we are using the proper equipment with whole 9 years. So today, for example, I have to leave work to go and meet the city.
Wow.
If you don't get the approval today, you can't organize Ghanafest.
Oh, really?
Yes. And Mr. Brako is here. Yesterday, 2 days ago, we were doing rehearsals. Yesterday, we were doing rehearsals. I think today we're going to do another rehearsals. And I mean, that rehearsal will blow your mind. You should have
where
been
is
there.
it?
You should have, no, that is not public. It's not open to the
why
public.
wasn't I invited?
It's not open.
You want to sing?
Yeah, it's not open.
I
to the
could
public,
sing.
right?
I sing.
We'll invite you today. Don't worry. We'll invite you today. Yeah, but all in all, I mean, we are well prepared. We are well prepared for the festival. Park looks good. The city has, taken care of the park. Everybody looks good. Water Corporation, everybody was there to make sure we are all good. So, luckily for us, weather 100%, no chance of rain. So it's going to be the most beautiful weather.
No chance of rain.
No,
wow.
not at all. So we're gonna.
That's very important.
No umbrellas are needed. We're just going to have fun.
And I can't wet my wig,
Yeah. You ladies are a different story. We probably will need a whole segment for that. Yes.
Mr. Pakwesi Sam, somebody is asking, what is the location to the Friday social, please?
So the Friday social is actually 4619 South Cottage Grove.
4619
South Cottage Grove. It is on the premises of GN Bank.
Okay.
And GN Bank, like I said, is owned by Papa Kwesi Ndum.
It's by my schoolmate.
Schoolmate. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I see.
Here behind me in school.
So, I mean, the fact that we are going to the bank doesn't mean that, there is the bank's social room. So we're going to have some food there. We're going to have some good time. But like I said, we're going to have the elders of the community, talk about how we can all organize. And like Mr. Brako said, we actually need to take serious consideration about our youth.
Very much so.
We need to train them. We need to train them. We need to let them know all the culture, because this Ghanafest that we are doing, this is the 31st year. When you and me are no more, somebody needs to take over. So we need these kids. We need to put them together. We need to have our Ghana house. And I keep saying Ghana house because I personally, have taken this upon myself to push Ghanaians to own their own home. Sometimes it's funny where we are doing an event and then we go and the building says Ukrainian Cultural Center. we are Ghanaians, and then we are doing an event, and then the person is, we are not from Ukraine. So one day we'll also have and say that
Ghana,
this
Ghanaian,
is and there are so many advantages owning a Ghana house. First of all, we won't need a GPS anymore. We won't need to be traveling to different places having events. You start your car, you know exactly where
the Ghana house is.
We can have multiple events on the same day. You don't have to go to some outdooring somewhere, and then it will give us a good opportunity to organize ourselves. Sometimes you have to go to a funeral, and then right away you have to change yourself to go to another outdooring.
Oh my goodness!
If we have a Ghana house, we will have the opportunity to do just outdoorings on a particular weekend, or parties on a particular weekend. When another weekend is for funerals, it will be just funerals. So you take your black dress, black kabaying slit, you go to this funeral, then you go to that funeral, then you are done. So it is a great asset if we are able to do it, and kids can always be there. We can do after school programs. I mean, it comes with a whole lot, but we got to do this. Our past presidents tried it. Every president tried it. That is why
I will do it.
No, that's not. So the reason why I'll tell you the reason why.
I almost want him to be president forever.
No,
he
I will
is
tell
so
you,
good.
I will tell you that. I will tell you the reason why. I'll tell you the reason why I think it is possible this time. It is possible this time because all the presidents that tried individually, that didn't succeed, I learned my lessons from there, and I am not trying to do it as an individual, as a president.
You're collaborating.
So I'm collaborating with all the past presidents who started to all come together. Look at what we did wrong and what we did right. Put all the right together. So this one, I am slam dunk sure that with all the presidents together and the community leaders and the financial experts and the mortgage experts coming together, we have to do this. And hopefully, if not this year, by the end of next year, we should have Ghana House.
Nice.
Oh yeah, in God's name. Yes. Amen.
Mr. Pakwesi Sam, how about safety? What are you doing about safety on Ghanafest? Because with a crowd like that, we're going to be having people passing out. There's going to be a lot of maybe casualties, or we don't know. Anything can happen.
Yes,
in terms of safety, are we safe over there?
That is a good question, and the safest place to be 27 July and 28 is at Ghanafest, because we have the best insurance. The city of Chicago deploys, police to be at the park to make sure everything. As I was at the park, we designed the safety
exit routes,
ambulance routes,
and there's
everything.
a secret that I'm going to tell you right now.
What's the secret?
They have these beautiful girls. If any man passes out, the girl kisses them in the back.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so security-wise, we are all good.
We are good.
We are good. Like I said, we have the best insurance, covering every single person that comes to the Ghanafest. We have a large ticket booth that can handle the people. We have a lot of food vendors this year, a lot more food vendors.
Oh my goodness.
We have about 19 companies coming from Ghana to display made in Ghana goods. So this is the Ghanafest that I think anybody.
This is why it's important for the diaspora to come. Because they're going to learn a lot about Ghana.
Right.
And then it will give them a small insight into what it is like back home, if they go and look for the right things,
Yeah, when we get a break, then she'll come and sit down. Yes, so it's what it is. So come to Ghanafest, let's celebrate, let's have fun. It is the 31st. And then I think one thing that you mentioned it a little bit, but we haven't been able to talk about it more, is our 400 years celebration. You mentioned it, the year of return. Like I've said it on many radio stations, we are far from Ghana. It is not everybody that can take the time off work, the time off to go to Ghana. Right. So as we are here celebrating Ghanafest, we are at the same time celebrating 400 years of slavery. So we call it the year of return. Yeah, a lot of people from the diasporan community organizations are coming to grace the occasion. So we just need to educate our kids about, So we have a lot of things to do. We have some pamphlets to pass out to show the history of slavery and all that. And we are inviting all African Americans as well to join us here in Chicago to celebrate the year of return.
And if I've been thinking about something, I think that we need to initialize this thing after this year. It should be like the decade of return, because it's not 1 year. So we keep the program up so that people
keep it going.
Want to
right.
So it should be a decade at least, so that it's a permanence to it. There's a permanence to the program for the return. Yeah.
Okay, people, I mean, this can go on and on and on and on. I enjoy talking to Uncle Ben Brako and the Ghana National Council President. So much fun we are having over here. It is going to be lit this weekend. I am going to be there. We are going to be there. We're going to be broadcasting live, you know. So people, you really want to be here in Chicago. It's not too late to get your ticket. Start booking, you know, book your hotels. Come. I mean, I just bought a house. I have an extra room. If somebody wants to, you know.
Hey, they are listening. A lot of people want people places. Come on, they are listening.
Come and pay cheaper than hotel to come and stay there.
Because, yeah, they should pay me some money. We will take a commercial break and then we'll bring things to a roundup. So, yet again, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Gazi. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Asumabo, asumatisa watunga fremia, asuminie, asirungetia banu, asuminie, Madam Rebecca banu, asuminie, Dr. John Rollins banu, asuminie, Uncle Gufo banu, asuminie, Kennedy Japan banu, I can marry your daughter. I'm watching mommy Johnson and Miss Oh, now Miss Romeo. I let don't spear.
GhanaSongs.org.
Leewood, two man girls don't broke now. My goodness.
Ghana National Council of Chicago, Magana Mame wa kwantu mu nyina kwabo. Measure the diaspora to the year of the return. We aye Ghanafest wa mu dwumadia wo dina febia no. Dia tosu aduasa ba ko measure the 31st annual Ghanafest.
Me fiana 26 July na dwumadia ne nyina asase o. Aye the pre-Ghanafest Community Business Social. E bus wo GN Bank. E shase 5:30 to 8 p.m.
Ebe one network ho with businessmen na wa mu akwadare yie pa. Na fei wetumi nso ahunu kwan ya abefa so a obeye business. Ebe so wo GN Bank. Na no achi no, mammengia renga na.
Yes, 716, yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Trend Africa TV. Here, I am here with Mr. Ben Brako and his beautiful wife, Mrs. Tilly Brako. Pakwesi Sam had to run. He has to go take care of some other things for Ghanafest this weekend. I am EMPRESSMAWUSI. We are now going to round things up. I am going to ask Mr. Ben Brako to give his last word for today, and then we are going to bring everything to an end. Mr. Ben Brako.
The last word. The last word is
last
always
word.
amen. But before the amen, we say that, look, this is a fantastic event because of all the reasons we have adduced before this. You know, that it's a cultural thing, it's bringing Ghanaians together, create a good community and improve relations within the community and even the conditions for Ghanaians living in Chicago and in the U.S. And also we're talking about people from the diaspora coming and experiencing a little bit of Ghana to help them to tune their minds to the return. So, and me being at the Ghanafest in Chicago, this is going to be like my wow performance, okay, with my new track and everything. So please come and let's have a ball. Amen.
Amen. Okay, people, that is the legendary Ben Brako. We just want to round things up now. This is EMPRESSMAWUSI. Thanks for watching Trend Africa TV. Remember to catch us every time you see us going on live. Please share the page, invite people to watch, and I hope to see you guys this weekend. Stay safe.
Papa was a rolling stone. Damn, I hate that song. Ben Brako on the ASEM. Wait, dear father and son. Papa was a rolling stone. Damn, I hate that song.
There was a family
with much confusion, as you would see. It was a mama and a papa and a boy who was grown. He wanted to marry, have a wife of his own. He found a young girl that suited him nice. He went to his papa to ask his advice. Papa said, son, I have to say no. This girl is your sister, but your mama don't know. Whoa, it's me.
I hate that
In the secondary town, there was a family with much confusion, as you would see. It was a mama and a papa and a boy who was grown. He wanted to marry, have a wife of his own. He found a young girl that suited him nice. He went to his papa to ask his advice. Papa said, son, I have to say no. This girl is your sister, but your mama don't know. Whoa, it's me. Shame and scandal in the family. Whoa, it's me. Shame and scandal in the family. A week went by and the summer came round. Soon the best cook in the town he did find. He went to his papa to name the day. His papa shook his head and to him he did say, you can marry that girl, I have to say no. This girl is your sister, but your mama don't know. Whoa, it's me.
Okay, late.
Shame and scandal in the family.
ASEMI.